will the rest of your July look like? So I've pre-selected the groups for you, and we have 3 of them. So this is group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. Now we've also added some crystals, as it makes people focus better and when it comes to choosing. So for the first group, we have the raw quartz with tourmaline. It's a really nice crystal for like clarity and protection. Second group, we have the clear quartz cluster. It's a really beautiful one. And for group number 3, we have pink quartz, again in rough format. I really like the rough stones, and this kind of looks very natural compared to the polished one. The polished ones are really beautiful, but I think these ones have more of a natural beauty to them. So have a look, take a deep breath, close your eyes, do a little meditation, think about what you've been going through so far in July, and just ask the question, what does the rest of July look like, and what will be the conclusions of the month? And then you can open your eyes, and whatever group your eyes fall on to first, that should be the group. You can pause the reading now to select your groups, and I shall be back shortly to analyze each one of them. Welcome to the reading for group number 1. So let's reveal what the general energy, the overall energy is for group number 1. As you can see here, there's a bit of pain. Seems like there have been a lot of troubles that are kind of hurting you and making it difficult for you. So you are in a period of time that you're asked to heal and move on from these issues that are hurting you, from the situations. So let's see, what have you been dealing with that has been making your life so hurtful and that has been hurting you so much and has put you in such a difficult situation? Let's see, because the 3 of Swords is not just energy of being hurt, but it's also the energy of, okay, now we're moving on and we have to find a way to heal ourselves. So let's see what it is that you've been dealing with in the month of July so far. This is interesting. It looks like you've been really, really anxious and really, really worried about a path that you're embarking on this month. And some of these thoughts and worries might have been unfounded because sometimes we tend to get scared of when we don't know what the journey ahead holds for us. I'm seeing that this is related with a financial situation, is a new beginning. It's something that has big potential to benefit you financially, and for some reason you are very, very worried about it. But I would say the worry isn't necessary, because yes, I see that you are following your heart and you're moving ahead with this big decision about your life, about your finances, but this is a project, this is a job, this is a path that has big potential to benefit you and to offer you all the rewards that you're after. So yes, I see where you're worried, and perhaps I will be too in your situation. Now, let's see, what does the rest of the month have in store for you? it really feels like you're the one that's kind of hurting yourself with all of these worries and stressing so much about the situation. And perhaps your lesson this month would be to learn how to deal with overthinking, with over worrying, and to just focus on the action instead. Because the more you worry about the situation, the more it will end up, taking away your energy, taking away your positivity, and you will end up feeling sad, and all that energy that you could be putting into your dreams, into your projects, is just going into worrying and stressing out and crying. So honestly, focus on your path ahead. Now let's see. Okay, we have the Princess of Swords for the rest of July. It seems like things are going to be moving really quickly for you. You might have two options that you're trying to balance, or you're trying to calm yourself down. Judgment. So this is like receiving the results of all the efforts that you've been taking. Now let's clarify the Judgment to see what kind of rewards you'll be receiving. Oh my god, the Ace of Chalices. Okay, so this is definitely positive rewards that you'll be receiving from all the actions that you've been taking. I feel like you might be sacrificing certain things to move forward and to get to where you want to be in life. So with the Princess of Chalices and the Seven of Wands, it looks like you're going against the flow. So whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that you've been chasing, it's something obviously that speaks to your heart and makes you really, really happy, and could be something creative, could be something that just genuinely brings you joy, and it's really, really close to your heart. But it seems like you're going against the flow with this. You're either doing something that people around you don't accept, or they don't think it's a good idea, but you're moving forward with it anyway. And please keep moving, because the results are exactly what you want. So you will get the rewards you've been after. All the effort that you're putting in is going to pay off. What I'm also thinking is that it's quite possible that all of this heartache that you're going through might be as well connected to everyone around you that doesn't really agree with the path you're going on. And it's possible that they might be the ones that are putting these worries and anxiety in your head, as they don't agree with what you're doing. It might also be a part of yourself where you don't have where you're doubting yourself, and you're allowing those negative thoughts to affect you. But please keep moving forward, because things are going to continue moving very fast in July, and it's almost like you're jumping from idea to idea, from step to step. You're moving really, really fast, and you're going in the direction that you need to be going towards. And it's you finding a way to kind of balance your thoughts out and all these worries and anxieties that you're dealing with. And okay, some of them might be well founded in the way that you take and you kind of filter them, and to see whether they're beneficial or not. So don't allow yourself to get lost in your thoughts. Find a way to balance the positive with the negative energies so that you can keep moving forward at a quick speed and receive all the good results of your actions. So keep pushing and keep moving forward. Now I'm going to ask for the messages for the month of July to kind of help you see what you need to be paying attention to and how to move forward. Oh, a time for healing. So yeah, balance spirituality and practicality. So this is exactly what we've been talking about with the Three of Swords being a card of healing and you not allowing yourself to be affected by negativity anymore. So you also have to balance spirituality and practicality. So this is about thinking what are the steps for your project, the steps for whatever it is that you're dealing with right now, and look at your worries, your anxieties, and see which ones are founded and which ones are not, and find a way to kind of balance the two so that you can use them in order to propel yourself forward. So not allowing them to take over. Yeah, so you're feeling quite emotional because of all these worries, and the trick here is to not allow them to take over you. Let's see if there is one more message for you. Oh, that's two. Okay, so luck is on your side. That is brilliant to hear, isn't it? And have faith in your dreams. So honestly, just keep pushing forward, keep moving forward. Don't allow the negativity that surrounds you, the negativity from other people or the negativity from your own emotions to affect your journey, because you have what it takes to move forward and the universe is cheering you on. So have a little faith in your dreams, because no matter how harsh the situation is around you, and how many people are against you, it will pay off. It will happen. You will reach the end of the rainbow and you will get exactly what you've been fighting for. Before I move on to the advice part, I would like to just take a deeper look at these two cards. So with this one, what I want to say is that it's good to kind of take some time to think about the things that you're grateful for and enjoy life as much as possible, because especially when you get too caught up in your day-to-day fights, it's easy to forget the things that do go well in your life. So if you have the option to kind of every single day write a few things down that you're grateful for, and then you will slowly begin to realize that you are indeed blessed and everything that you want, it is a possibility. And with this one as well, even if you don't see the end ahead of you, even if you don't see how your dreams are possible and you don't have any sort of proof that it will work, continue to keep the faith, because just because you don't see it working out just yet doesn't mean it's not going to work out. Think about how seeds grow from the ground. There's a lot of work happening under the ground and we don't see it, but just because we don't see it doesn't mean it's not working. So keep being faithful, keep being grateful about everything you've had, enjoy your day-to-day life, find the things that you can laugh about more, enjoy your life, find little joys in your daily life, and little things to be happy about, and it will slowly improve your mood and get you to feel better about everything so that you can heal from all of these negative thoughts and from all of the worries that you're going through. And the more joyful you are in your day-to-day life as well, the more joy you attract, and the results will be easier to achieve. So I made a bit more space so that you can see all the cards properly, and let's mix to find out about your advice and how to move forward and have the best results in the month of July. Oopsie. Just gonna take them back. Okay, and one more. I think it already kind of reflects what we've been talking about with awareness and trust. I'm just gonna wait for one more to jump out before I analyze everything for you. Okay, oh nice. Right, so we have some really, really beautiful cards. Let me just check if you can see everything. Oh, just gonna put them a bit higher. Right, so with awareness, the first one that we have was advice. Live in the moment, be conscious of your thoughts, and look for signs and guidance. So this is very much related to how you can heal from all the negativity around you, from everything that's hurting you as you go on about your journey. And it's very much related to what I said earlier with finding things to be joyful about, appreciating every single day and the little things, and look at your thoughts, be conscious of them, and think, are they hurting me or are they benefiting me? And if one of the worries that you have is something that is doing more harm than good, then it's better to let it go and only acknowledge the worries that are actually founded and can help you overcome difficulties. And look around you, because you will see signs that you're on the right track. So simple things in your day-to-day life that you can be grateful about are always signs that life is working out. Because sometimes when we are so focused on the worries, on the hurt, we forget to appreciate the little things in life, and we don't realize how good life is actually. Moving on to trust. Leap into the unknown, have faith and move forward, believe you will fly. So this is very much related to the journey you're going through. Even if you are uncertain of the path, you're not quite sure how it will turn out, by believing in yourself and having faith in your dreams, the same card here, you will actually create the path that will work out for you and will bring you closer to your dreams. So keep believing, even if you don't see the bridge yet. By believing, you end up building the bridge as you step on it. And the final one, celebration. A positive outcome is assured. Celebrate your success and enjoy your achievements. So if what we saw earlier with the Ace of Cups and the Judgment and the Princess of Chalices, if that wasn't confirmation enough, we have this card. Rest assured that all of the efforts that you're putting in will pay off, and you will get the success that you desire. So be ready for it. You're about to celebrate by the end of July. Thank you very much for listening to everything, and I really hope that it was helpful, and I wish you good luck. And please tap in the comment anything that you thought was helpful. Let me know if you chose this group. Put a green heart if you chose this group. And yeah, all the luck, and keep going. Everything is already on its way. Just have faith and it will eventually show up. Thank you and goodbye. Welcome, group number 2. This is your reading. So let's see what is the overall energy for you. Here we have the 9 of Swords, which is nothing to be afraid of, even though I know it does look quite scary. It just simply kind of shows that you've been going through a lot of insecurities, a lot of worries, a lot of fears, and they have been weighing you down quite a lot. So let's see what exactly you have been dealing with and what has been causing these worries, this anxiety, and all of this negativity in your head. The Strength card. I feel like you've had to feel strong for a long time, and perhaps this is making you tired. Ooh, Ace of Chalices. See, it doesn't look like there's anything negative so far. So I'm kind of sensing that this might all be in your head. Or not. So, based on these 3 together now, I can see that you might have been going through perhaps a breakup, a tough emotional situation, some issues with your family maybe. It's related to do with you feeling heartbroken and you trying so hard to keep it together and to control all of these worries and these negative emotions, because you know that you deserve better and you deserve to have this happiness. And I feel like you are working towards this happiness and you're trying to heal from past hurts, but it's taking a toll on you, I feel. So group number 1 also had the 3 of Swords as their main energy, and they were also going through some issues with improving their life and feeling like they were very much hurt again by their own thoughts and their own insecurities and their own worries. So perhaps for you it is something similar, where all of this anxiety has been causing you to feel so hurt, or perhaps you've been dealing with a situation that's required you to be extra strong and keep it together for a very long time. Or perhaps someone has hurt you so badly and you gave your heart openly to them, but instead of taking care of it, they ended up hurting you, so you have been forced to try to keep it together. Now, this could be regarding a career situation as well, whereas perhaps things didn't work as you expected them to work out. You had certain hopes and it just didn't quite work out, so you've had to try even harder than usual. Right, now let's see what does the rest of the month have in store for you? And how you manage to push through. So what does the rest of July have in store for group number 2? We have the Ace of Swords, which is another example of strength, another example of you pushing through, speaking your truth, and having the courage to move forward. And this might be related with some skills that you've been developing over the past months. Emotional skills, I would say. So I think this is to do, the whole of July is very focused on the people around you and how they affect you and your emotional stability or instability. And you learning how to deal with situations like that, perhaps even cutting people off. And I'm learning how to not let them affect you so much. Because I think with the Moon card is, it has a certain confusion about it at first, where we don't actually know what's happening to us. We're quite confused, and then the more you go with the energy, the more you realize what's happening, because the moon does shine in the night, and you learn how to flow with your emotions and not let them overwhelm you, because this feels like you're feeling very much overwhelmed. And here we have the Queen of Swords. She's the best example of someone that's resilient, that's going through a tough situation, but she continues to hold her head high and deal with whatever the world is throwing at her. I feel like the people that are hurting you they're people that you've known for a long time, perhaps people from your childhood, or some old friend. This isn't something new. This is someone that has been in your life for quite some time. Either a situation that you've been dealing with for a while, or a group of people, family or friends. But in the rest of the month, you are learning how to speak your truth. You're learning how to see things more clearly, hence the quartz, and understand how to move forward, learn how to deal with your emotions and how to grow as a person through this experience, because you are strong, you are pushing forward, and eventually you will know how to deal with this. So I would like to know exactly what is the outcome of the month, and how will group number 3 feel like? What is their position at the end of the month, at the end of July? So I really want to know what's happening and give you a little bit of hope, because the situation feels a little heavy. Okay, so the month of July is more like a process of you learning to let go of situations that hurt you and situations that have run their course. So at the end of the month, I feel like the people that have been hurting you, the situations that you've been in that have made you feel horrible, because this is not it's not easy what you're dealing with right now, and it's taking a lot of energy. So by the end of the month, you will have the strength to cut everything off and to stop whatever it is that is happening. It will be difficult, perhaps, because the Queen of Swords is the person that's going through difficulties. She is coming out at the other side, but she is going through difficulties. So with the Ten of Swords, it's like you're finally ending this cycle. You're finally ending the hurt and the pain that you're going through. And it's not easy, but you are going to do it anyway, because you are learning how to deal with all of these difficult emotions, and you're finally seeing the light, and you're learning to ride the wave, so to speak. And these skills that you're learning on how to deal with your emotions better are going to be very useful in the long term, because once you're done with this situation, with these people, you won't, because you're learning the lesson, you won't accept it anymore in your life, because it's run its course. It's done, it's finished, and you're done with it. You've cut it out of your life. You stopped it. Now, let's see what are the messages for this situation. How can you have a better month? How can you make this process easier? How can you learn how to deal with your emotions and navigate this difficult path so that you have a better chance, and you feel, of surviving these difficult times? This card was also in group number 1, so I'm feeling like if you were attracted or between group number 1 and 2, you might want to check group number 1 as well, just in case there's any messages that resonate. So let's have one more. Yeah. Oh, nice. A win-win outcome is forecast. So yeah, I really believe that you will come victorious out of the situation. Yes, it is difficult what you're going through, and it's taking a toll on you, but it looks like you will come evolved. You'll feel like a different person at the end. It's just one more. Yeah, so see, what do you need to release? This is very much about ending a situation, about letting go, moving on, stopping something that's hurting you, with the Ten of Swords and this card. So let's look at this in more depth. Let me check to see if you can actually see these. Right, so I'm just gonna push these a bit up. Okay, so hopefully now you can see it. Oh, the sun is shining a bit too much. Ah, this is too dark now. So I've made a few adjustments to the layout as the light was a bit off, and you couldn't see everything correctly. So let's see what the messages are for you. So I feel like because of all the hurt and heartbreak that you've been going through, you might have ended up letting yourself go in the way that you're no longer taking care of yourself. You might be feeling low and have some health issues. I suggest, like, for now, it is time to start looking inwards, look at your health, see what it is that has been affected, because all this situation, our emotional world affects our physical bodies as well. So whenever you're feeling upset, whenever someone is, hurting you, and we are dwelling on it too much, and we're drowning in all of these emotions, our body starts to show all of this. So I don't know, some people when they are going under very severe stress might have issues with their stomach and their digestion. Others might get issues like acne or eczema. So take a step back, analyze how you're feeling, how your body is dealing while you're going through all of this heavy energy, and start healing yourself. This is very much about ending the situations that are hurting you, looking at yourself, look in the mirror, see what's how you've been affected by all of this on a physical level, and do a little bit of healing, some alternative therapies. Virgo, the new moon in Virgo is a sign that's a lot about healing and alternative medicine and things like that. So perhaps something like meditation could work for you. See anything that is to do with your diet as well. See, perhaps you need to make changes in that part, your sleep. So find a way to organize your life in such a way that it heals you. So your everyday life should be healing to you. Organize everything better than it used to be so that you can move forward from this difficult energy and recover from the toll that is had on you emotionally and physically. Also, with the full moon in Pisces here, balance spirituality and practicality, it might mean that you have been into this sort of victim mentality where yes, your situation is difficult, but you've let it affect you too much. So now is the time to release and let go of everything that has been burdening you. Things like meditation, and kind of finding your power within. Look at the situation how it is, as sometimes when you're being so hurt and so emotional about things, nothing wrong with being emotional and hurt, of course. Allow yourself to feel these emotions, but there is a time that we must move on, because if we continue staying in this hurtful energy, we will start breaking down. Our bodies will not work, our brains will start going into depression. So let go of all the hurt. Find ways to organize yourself, introduce healthy practices, healthy rituals in your daily life. Take care of your diet, your sleep, and perhaps do some herbal medicine like teas. Find out the little things, little changes that you can do in your life to organize yourself better that will improve your health at the same time, both mental and physical. And here with win-win outcome is forecast, this is very much about ending a situation. You don't need to start something new right now. And a situation that is no longer okay for you. Yes, there has been a lot of drama, a lot of heaviness around it, and now it's reached its climax. There is no need to continue staying on it and focusing on it. Move on. Think about what you need to release. You need to let go in order to be able to move forward. You don't need to start anything new. Now is your time to heal and move on. Allow yourself to recover from all of the hardships that you've been going through. So as I had moved on and started mixing the cards for your advice, I stopped recording. So I'm just going to say everything again, and these are the cards. I'm so sorry you couldn't see me actually mix everything and have the cards pop out. But the messages are strong, they're really strong. So a first one that we have here, which I think is really important, is about awareness. Live life in the moment, be conscious of your thoughts, and look for signs and guidance. So, every time you go down this emotional, difficult moment where you're overwhelmed by your emotions, realize when you're doing that and take a step backward to kind of observe yourself as you do that. So, because this way, you will no longer be drowning in your emotions. So, when you realize what you're doing, you're kind of like halfway through moving on from that thing. So, also, what I mean by living in the moment is to kind of look around you and be present at things and to stop worrying so much, because when you live in the moment and you are aware of what's happening with you, you're aware of what you're dealing with. So, for example, you're in the moment, right? All of a sudden, you're feeling very emotional. In order to ground yourself, look at one thing that's in front of you that might interest you. So, for example, you see, I don't know, this little crystal tree. Start looking at the leaves, start observing the crystals, and as you look at something else rather than your own feelings or your own emotion, you will slowly start to detach yourself from those feelings that make you feel so heavy. So find things around you that help you ground you and focus more on the things that you can touch in your daily life that you can have an effect over, so that you can slowly separate yourself from all of this emotional turmoil. And be aware when your emotions and your thoughts and anxieties are taking over, and shift your attention elsewhere. Now, the next one is expansion. Spread your wings and soar. Share your message and shine your light. Show the world what you're made of. So, oftentimes, when we're so worried and anxious about all of our issues and problems, we kind of forget that we are indeed powerful and we can fly away from a situation that creates chaos for us and a situation that's toxic. So realize that you do have the power to depart, to fly away, and you are powerful. You have everything you need in order to move forward and to put an end to this situation that's been very toxic for you. Now, the next one, Goddess. Honor your divine feminine energy. See your inner beauty and love every part of you. Now, you don't have to be a woman in order to resonate with this card. This is mostly about the feminine energy, is about healing, is about looking at yourself and accepting what you see in the mirror, accepting your feelings, whether these may be feelings of sadness, happiness, or joy. Just looking at yourself, accepting yourself as you are, and realizing that there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's about loving yourself as you are and realizing how beautiful you are. It's all these darker shades and shadows that make you what you are and make you beautiful. So make sure you appreciate yourself and realize that you are indeed worthy. Now, the last one is leadership, which this one I think kind of resonates a lot with you taking the lead and moving forward. So step into your leadership, share your message, inspire and empower others. I feel this is more about inspiring yourself and empowering yourself to move forward and leave the things that hurt you behind. So don't be afraid to take that first step. Lead yourself out of this horrible situation that's been causing so much chaos into your life and hurt. So thank you so much for listening until the very end. If you are here and you've listened to all this message, feel free to drop a comment down below and leave maybe like a yellow heart. I really wish you all the best, and I hope you do find the power to move forward in your life and to step away from all of this negativity, all of the people that are hurting you, and realize that you do have the power and you are able to move on and heal yourself. Major focus on healing yourself and being in the moment so that you don't allow your thoughts to take over again. Thank you again, and I wish you all the best, and I hope this resonated. Hello, group number 3. Welcome to your mid-July reading. Let's see what your overall energy is. So we have the World. It's a truly beautiful card. It symbolizes completion of projects, things coming to fruition, the end of an era sometimes. So it's generally related to completions. Now, let's see what exactly is this about. What have you been dealing with so far in the month of July? Is it projects? Is it love life? Let's see. So what has group number 3 been dealing with so far in the month of July? That's a bit too many cards. Put them back. What has group number 3 been dealing with so far in the month of July? Let's get some clarification about the World. And what is it? That's too many cards again. I feel like you've been doing quite a lot in your life. Ooh, and now it's time to announce the result. Yes, this makes a lot of sense. It's like you're finally finishing a project or a situation, and it's time for you to speak up, inform people of your progress and of your success. 7 of Chalices. This is about having a lot of options, about dreaming about possibilities, perhaps some uncertainty as well about what to do next. Oh, it's a bit too many again, so I'm just going to put them back and wait for one. So again, I feel like you're very perhaps impatient and you just want to get things done. So let's see one more card to see what they've been dealing with. Okay. So with the Justice card in this situation, I would say it's like you're trying to make a decision to pick one of the options that is fair for everyone involved. You're trying to balance one thing and another thing just to make sure that you are picking the best option, the right option, the just option for you, so that you get the best results out of everything you're dealing with. So perhaps in the first part of July so far, you've been quite indecisive, and you're finally ready to, close that chapter, make the decision, and move on, because it seems like you've been trying to announce your decision, but it's been a bit tricky. Now let's see. Or perhaps you've received some news from someone else, some really great news, and then that's led you to be a bit confused about your future options. But let's see what is to come in the remaining of the month. So what does the rest of July have in store for group number 3? Let's see. Okay, 9 of Swords. I feel like every single group so far has been dealing with anxiety, stress, and worries, because this card has honestly popped up in every single reading so far. Oh, too many cards again. So perhaps you haven't yet decided what's the thing that you want to do, because you're still stressing over something. 2 of Chalices. This is about friendships, contracts. Perhaps this is a job offer, a financial opportunity that you have to decide on and pick. Let's see what else will be happening in the month of July. Or group number 3. Priestess. Let's get a few more cards to see how the situation will evolve. The Priestess is about the unknown, the hidden. So it's something about you kind of diving into certain knowledge. It's to do with your intuition as well. And Four of Wands is a success. Let's see what kind of success. Too many cards again. Are you maybe caught up in between 3 choices? Because I feel like all the cards, it seems that all the cards that fall out, there's like in 3 groups of 3. Okay, so this is about your direction in life, I feel. Are you feeling trapped? Are you feeling like you're, what's the word, frozen because you're not sure what decision to take and how it will affect you? Perhaps you're overthinking a situation. Maybe you're overthinking because you don't fully understand it. So after thinking about this for a bit, because it does look a bit confusing, even like I can sense that you are confused, and even the cards, the way they've fallen feels confusing. So I really understand that you're going through a lot of uncertainty. What I would say is that it's about going deep within yourself, asking yourself the right questions in order to make the decision. It's possible that the advice of a friend, someone that is very close to you, might help you. Friend, perhaps someone that you're in a relationship with, even a parent, just someone that knows you well and you have a very deep connection with. It's good to ask them for advice. And once you decide on the path, I will ask for a little bit of clarification to kind of understand the situation a little bit more. Because I can see here the celebration, enjoying your decision, embarking on a new journey, something that your heart wants you to follow. So perhaps this is about making a decision where you see yourself enjoying that path, walking on a path that makes you feel happy, a path that your heart desires. And finding a way to not feel so trapped, because I feel like being in such a a King of Pentacles, I feel like this is about a financial situation, about you feeling stable. Perhaps you're feeling trapped in your finances. I think it's better here. So I would say that whatever decision you take, make sure that you feel good about it and that your heart is happy to follow it, because otherwise you might end up feeling trapped if you make the wrong decision, so to speak. I know this is putting a lot of pressure on you, but make sure you feel secure in your choice. Let's see if we can get some messages to help us understand better. How can group number 3 make a good decision? How can they get through this month? Especially with the word, because the word is about finalizing a chapter. Perhaps you're finalizing a deal and you're not sure how to finalize it. So your dreams need a practical plan. I think it's important to analyze everything and each solution to ensure that you are covered from all bases, so that you don't end up in a situation where you're feeling trapped by a contract. So make sure you have a way out in case what you're doing doesn't satisfy you. And when it comes to picking the right option, pick the one that brings the best results, that you feel like has the most chance to bring you good results, like from a practical perspective. With this as well, the King of Pentacles also has the Earth energy, where it's about money, it's about stability, it's about resources. Let's see what other messages are there for group number 3 to help them during the month of July. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Yeah, so look at what it is that speaks to your heart and the direction where you want to go in, but also make sure that you are choosing a practical option that can bring results. So I don't usually take 2 cards, so I'm going to keep mixing until we just have 1 card. That's 2 again. 1 card only about the messages for group number 3 to help them with their decision making. Okay, yeah, so choose something that speaks to you in your heart. Make sure that what you do is in alignment with yourself, because otherwise you will feel trapped. You will feel like there's no escape. But we can avoid this by combining practicality and the thing that you enjoy doing the most. 1 more card as a message. Your commitment is being tested. I see that quite a lot with all of these options and not knowing which one is the best one. So yeah, for sure, keep going in a steady direction. You don't need to rush. Make sure that you analyze everything from all perspectives and pick the one that is the most balanced, that speaks to your soul and your purpose, but is also offering you a practical solution to your problems. Now I will ask for another card to see where you will find yourself at the end of July. What position you will be in at the end of July. Okay, so you are beginning something new. You have made a decision, and it might be something that you're not expecting. It is definitely something that it will be like a new idea, something that you haven't fully developed, and it will need to be developed. 1 more card to clarify, because I feel like you need the extra advice. Yeah, so you are feeling defensive about your idea. Perhaps you're getting tired of defending your choice, or or it isn't. No, actually, I think it is an idea that's worth defending. It's an idea that's worth pursuing. Okay, now let's see what is the advice, just to make sure you breeze through this month. So let's keep getting advice to help you make the right decision and end this month on a positive note. Let me check if you can see everything. Okay, so we have the card of miracles at first, which is about having faith and having adventure. Now let's see 2 more cards to help you navigate the happenings in this month. And then we'll look at everything together, and hopefully it will bring a bit more clarity and help you make your decision. Imagination, envision a new reality, and innocence. So the first one is miracles. Have faith in your miracle, and know that it's on its way. Your prayers have been answered. Surrender the how. So I think many times we get caught up in the hows, and sometimes the universe or God is funny in a way that they bring things to our lives in ways that we didn't even know it was possible, hence miracles. So I would say, if you are into prayer, it might be a good idea to ask for guidance, ask God to help you solve your worries and find a way to deal with the situation. If not, just have faith. The universe will help you anyway, and trust that there will be a solution. The next one is adventure. Dare to do things differently. Manifest your travel dreams and move to a new location. Wow. Is it possible perhaps that you're wondering where to live next, or perhaps this opportunity that you are about to take has to do with moving away? Well, regardless, even if you are not moving away, it's a perfect time to do things differently. Do something new. It's exactly like here. This is an option that you haven't tried before. It's merely an idea right now, and it's up to you to develop it and manifest your dreams the way you want them to be. Next, we have imagination. Envision a new reality. Give yourself permission to dream and believe in unlimited possibilities. So it's kind of obvious here from the theme that you can do exactly what you want to do. So whatever project you decide on, whatever option it is, don't be afraid to choose something new. And everything you do, find a way to do it in a practical way, and it will be possible. You might not see the way right away, but it is there. And look at the things deep inside you. Look inside, and your answer will be there. Do some meditation. Ask yourself the right questions, and the answer will be revealed to you. Now the last one is innocence. Take time to play, Nurture your inner child and live with a childlike sense of wonder. I think this is about you realizing that you have all these possibilities, and even something that you didn't think was possible before is possible. And I would say to be open to everything. Be open to all the options that you have in front of you, and see which is the one that will offer you the most spectacular result. And don't focus so much on the choosing and the analysis. I feel like the right answer will come to you at the right time, and the more you worry about it, the more difficult it will be for you to make a decision. So perhaps take a break, or even ask your inner child what would it like to do, because this is about following your heart, doing something that fulfills you. Well, I hope this was helpful, and I wish you good luck in your decisions, and I hope you find a way to make your dreams reality, because once you pick that decision, it does look like it will be a very beautiful thing, and you will be receiving things that you didn't even know were possible. So all the luck in the world. If you have been here until the very end, leave a blue heart in the comments below, and good luck.